Hey there jammers, I recently took on a challenge in Project Zomboid where I can leave my starting home once every 3 days survived to explore one house of my choosing, and it's going better than expected. We're now on day 5 of this challenge, and last time we found a hammer, a saw and a screwdriver, which means we can now turn this home into a proper base and really embrace our hermit ways. And yes, you read that right, my character is called Hermit 2, the Hermit Strikes Back. Another new day of being paranoid and not knowing when I'm going to die. And that's just new life, by the way. I guess you could say the same for the game too. And because we found these sheets in our house, we can now make it less likely that we're going to die, because now we can cover up all these windows and make it less likely for us to be seen. Just as it's less likely for us to be seen, guess what? We've been seen. I don't think he even saw us. I'm pretty sure he looked straight at us as well. What an idiot. Yeah, just in case you're wondering, this is my designated corpse room, by the way. Trust me, you don't want to know. There had to be zombies right there, didn't there? Just where I want to put a sheet up in this window. I just hope they don't see me doing this. I'm also going to add this sheet rope to all the windows, just so if I'm ever outside and trying to run away from zombies, I can get into upper floor from any angle. This is going to really annoy me. I have enough sheets for every window in the house, apart from this one. So this is one of the first things we need to look for when we go on our next trip. Unfortunately, that's not for a few days, so it's best I just shut this door for now so that my OCD doesn't drive me crazy. Apparently I have a hole in my floor because the sheet rope has came right through, and this is before I've even started tearing the place apart to get blanks. Or it could be a sign from the Great Duck. I've decided we now worship. Yes, the hermit madness is really beginning to set in. All hail the Great Duck, all hail the Great Duck, all hail the... Great Duck, save me! I hope this sacrifice pleases you, oh great one. I just walked straight past that zombie there without even noticing him. Well, it's a good thing he never noticed me either, or else I could have been the one being sacrificed. Maybe instead of hailing ducks, I should concentrate on blowing up that smashed window. It's been giving me problems since day one, and I'm surprised it hasn't killed me yet. That's so much better, and not even just because zombies can't get in, but now vitamin D can't get in either. This house is only big enough for one day. At least the corpse collection is going well. At this rate, we might have to have a second designated corpse room. All these corpses are making me hungry, so I'll cook up some of the items I have. I've literally hit peak laziness, and instead of cooking soup on the stove, I've just put the full pot in the oven, and then I'll just drink the soup straight from the burning hot pot, like a complete psychopath. I say psychopath like it's a surprise, when I literally have a corpse collection and I worship a rubber duck. Well, all that corpse hauling has made me exhausted. Time to hit the hay, and then tomorrow we'll work on boarding up the rest of the windows. Or we could just wake up in a panic. That works too. I didn't want to sleep anyway. I think the best way to get rid of a panic is to work as hard as possible and make as much noise as possible. That usually calms people down, right? I'll tell you what doesn't calm me down. That window. God, I wish I had just one more sheet. I'm even just breaking these doors, which I'll probably regret later when I'm trying to escape from zombies. But we'll worry about that at the time. I'll keep this bedroom door though, just so that no zombies can sneak up on me when I'm sleeping. Not that my character ever gets much sleep, mind you. Because it was so dark earlier, I never actually noticed just how many planks we got. That's such a good amount. It's a good thing we got a carpentry up to level 4, because I think the higher the level you are, the more planks you get. I'll just lay the planks out just now and get a rough idea of how many we have. I really want 3 for each window and door, but at the very least, 2 for each. We still have all the furniture downstairs we can break up as well. Look at that, the plank situation is starting to look great. We're definitely going to be able to have 3 for every door and window. Before we continue though, I'm going to sleep, because my character's exhausted, and if I get attacked anytime soon, I'm pretty sure I would die. Okay, we are well rested. Well rested as this character can be, I think. I'm raring to go. And this is the last window. Fantastic. I'm going to leave the front door unbarricaded for now, so I can go in and out of the house. I don't know why I picked the front door when I've been going in and out the back door, but I always have to be awkward. Eventually I'd like to have the full downstairs barricaded and live upstairs permanently, if I can get that far. I'm still going to destroy the downstairs furniture though, so that if I have time, I can start to barricade outside windows during my next trip outside. And I also think it'll help me deal with the zombies a lot, because having more room to move about whilst fighting will give me a huge advantage. The place feels so empty now, it's weird. Well, at least I still have you, Duck. Now hopefully we can get a good rest, because tomorrow we make our second trip out into the wild. 5 hours sleep, that's not too bad. I also forgot to mention that I'm really worried about this trip, because there's a thing called the helicopter event that happens around day 7, but it can happen on day 6, which just so happens to be today. Basically, a helicopter will follow me if it spots me and draw lots of zombies to the area, and if we're outside when it happens, we're probably dead. And we won't know if it's happening today until 9 AM because we don't have a radio, so we'll just have to pray to the duck and see what happens. Oh great duck, please bless me on this day and bring me good fortune. In fact, a smart thing to do before I go would be to open up the curtains and windows so I can actually climb up the rope in case anything does happen. I don't usually come up with good ideas, so I'm proud of this one. Better make sure we're fed and watered as well. We have a big day ahead of us. It's officially 6 glorious days survived, and at least this morning went a lot better than the last time I went to step outside. I can't say the same for the weather though. Every time I go outside, it seems to be foggy. It's as if the game knows exactly what days I'm going to leave the house and just tries to annoy me. I think the first thing I want to do is go up to the previous house and collect that grill. Then I'm choosing the house to our right to unlock this run. I feel so vulnerable doing this. I'm just expecting zombies to come out of the fog at all angles and tear me apart at any second. That's the grill secure and so are all my limbs still, which may not be for long, depending on how the trip to this new house goes. Oh wait, I can see a zombie coming towards me. I'll just stand here and let him come over because I don't know how many more over there. So it's best to take him out whilst he's on his own. At least that's one down, and the other good news is I don't think the helicopter event is today because I'm sure we'd have known by now. Here comes another one. I like it when they do this and just come at me one by one. I wish they would do it more. I also like this hammer. Not only is it a good tool for fortifying my house, but it's also a great weapon too. Locked. Damn it. I don't like crawling through windows because just like zombies, you're also vulnerable for a few seconds as you climb through, and I have no clue what's in that house. I think we're safe. To be fair, I have been killing a lot of zombies, so I think the area around my house is pretty empty. I'm sure that will change though when the helicopter comes. We've been finding a lot of good tools. I have to remember and search that garage down there as well. If it's anything like the last garage we searched, we're laughing. Some more water containers. At this rate we're going to be well stocked up in water for when the power shuts off. As much as I want to, I better not drink the bleach. It'd be a bit of an anticlimactic ending if that's what killed me. If dying in this game wasn't permadeath, it's definitely something I would do. I could also use that garbage bag as a secondary bag and carry more stuff back, although I'm going to have to do a couple of trips to get everything. More bleach. The game has now just taught me to do it. It definitely knows who's playing. This place seems so peaceful with all the fog gone. Well, if you ignore the dead bodies and blood everywhere that is. Whoops, I forgot that door was barricaded. It was literally me who barricaded it as well. This is why I should have barricaded the front door and left the back door open. I still have no clue why I done that. The fridge is now so stocked up with food and water that there's no space left. I'm not complaining at all, mind you. That's a good thing because we haven't found any farming supplies, so we need as much as we can get. I'll just use this school bag as a second water storage. I don't know how he's managed to fit a kettle and all those other things in a kid's school bag, but I'll take it. I've not found much upstairs at all. You can tell it's a crappy run when the highlight of it is probably these leather gloves. Another thing I should probably be checking is to see if any of these radios have the emergency broadcast system that will give us all sorts of vital information, like the day the helicopter comes and when the power is getting shut off. No, this doesn't have it. This doesn't have it either. We could in theory take it home and increase the frequency by 1 until we find it, but that would take far too long. The helicopter would probably be here before we even find it. You know what? I'll take it anyway. It'd be nice just to have a radio. Music is good for the soul, you know? You know what's also good for the soul? Smashing things, because this window is locked. Which reminds me actually, we still have to smash that window in the garage, next to my house. More screws and nails, brilliant. It's always good to have a good supply of them, because I think the higher your carpentry skill, the lower the chance you have of actually getting them when breaking down objects. Speaking of breaking down objects, we actually have 2 tables there we can break down the future if need be. And some more tools, which is decent. This garage is definitely not as good as the last one, but I never really expected it to be after how lucky we got last time. Let's actually go and explore the other garage, since it's probably the perfect time with no zombies about. At least I hope there's no zombies about. I tend to just do things and then think later. Well, there is zombies there, but the good news is, I don't think they heard me. Wow, there is actually quite a lot of boxes and stuff in here. It's just a shame there's not much in them. I think I'm going to use the rest of my time collecting wood and trying to put planks in outside windows, so I'll just drop all this stuff here. In fact, do you know what? I changed my mind. My character's tired and I don't want to risk it. I'll just barricade the front door because I'm sure the helicopter event will happen before I step foot outside again, which means I've made a mess that I'm now going to have to clean up for absolutely nothing. Goodbye outdoors. This may be the last time I ever see you. We'll just do a bit of cooking and cleaning before bed. I think this was a really productive day actually. We'll just have to see if it was all for nothing when the helicopter comes. And then we'll hit the hay, which now stops us going outside again until 9 days survived. It means somehow, by some miracle, we've almost survived a full week. Maybe the Great Duck has watched over me after all. Well, good news, we woke up, which means we're still alive, and in exactly 2 hours time, it will be 7 days survived. I'm just going to shut all the windows and curtains because I'm paranoid about this helicopter coming and I want there to be no chance of it seeing me. And also finally have a sheet for this window so now my OCD can leave me alone. I was trying to see if I could rip up the wooden floorboards for planks. I don't know if you just can't or if you need a higher carpentry skill. I basically just want to live in dirt for the rest of the playthrough. It's past 9 o'clock and I don't hear any helicopters yet, so we might be safe for another day. I'm pretty sure it'll come by tomorrow though. Well, can you hear that? It turns out I was wrong. Today is the day. Maybe I can just sit tight and hope that I'm just left alone. Well, shit. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to see more Project Zomboid content, I suggest you watch this video next. And thank you to my patrons, Harry Haywood, Captain Tourette, Kajel Sinky, The 8-Bit Euro, and Amber Lee.